When I was a kid, I always thought smoking a cigarette would be badass. Just having a cigarette, you know, not even smoking it, just having it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know what it was, bro. I think the movies made it look hella badass.
Like in those old Western movies? Yeah.
All of them, like even the 80s movies,
80s
bro.
movies,
Like
yeah.
it'd be some fool with a sick ass style.
I know what you're talking about now.
They'd be having a cigarette. They wouldn't even be smoking it. They'd just be walking around talking with it.
Like a gangster movie? Kinda
Any movie. Like bikers would be doing it. All like the big time like movies, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
Or they'd have a gasoline and then they'll light a cigarette and they'll just
flick it.
And that should be, that'll make the scene like 10 times better.
Mm-hmm.
One of the people that made it look hella badass was Clint Eastwood.
Dude, as soon as you said that, the first person that came in my mind was Clint Eastwood.
Hell yeah, he made that shit look so badass. He had the poncho, the cowboy hat.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene where he's like, there's these guys laughing at him because he's like, I think something about them making fun of his donkey. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, I don't, what did he say? He said something about my donkey doesn't like you guys laughing at him or something like that. And then he like caps all three of them. That scene was hella sick, bro. If you guys get a chance, check that scene out. It's badass.
One of my favorite movies growing up was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh yeah,
that was a good Western too.
That was a classic.
But yeah, a lot of the Clint Eastwood movies were cool too.
Yeah. Or there'd be a guy with a mullet, kind of sick shades with cigarette.
With a cigarette.
You think that was purposely done to make people start smoking cigarettes?
Yes, I do. There was another movie that I remember growing up watching.
I've been hella wanting a Marlboro shirt.
Really?
Yeah, they've been popping up on my IG, like in the, the advertisements you get.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like a race car with Marlboro.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You know what I thought was always sick was the Marlboro.
I can't even say that damn word right. Marlboro.
Marlboro. So back in the day, in Formula One, they used to have a lot of cigarette sponsorships, but now they're still there, but they're really undercover. But back in the day, it used to be like plastered everywhere. So Ferrari used to have their race cars just decked out in Marlboro.
Bro, that looks so sick. See, I think that's the kind of shirt I wanted.
And it's cool because, you would have, or actually, this was McLaren, if I remember. Yeah, I think this is McLaren.
Show the chat, bro. Anyways, the chat gotta see what we talk.
So they had red and white, racing overalls, and then
show them the car.
That's Senna right there.
Oh, that's nice.
But
I hella want that jacket.
Yeah, so that's the car that they would drive around in.
Yes, sir.
And it's cool because like, you know, McLaren, that's not even their racing colors right now anymore. But it's just because of the cigarette brand, you know. But now, I mean, I always thought that was cool, you know, just to see like this right here. This was James Hunt. Oh, let me see if there's a better picture of him.
It just looks hella badass, huh?
So yeah, James Hunt, dude, he would
literally
smoke.
Look at that, bro. See, if I was a kid, bro.
He would literally smoke before races and stuff like that.
If I was a kid, I would have been inspired, bro. Right there.
And he just won this race. So that's a cigarette and that's a beer, bro.
Oh,
that's literally a cigarette and a beer. So, I mean, you know, it's crazy,
Mad
bro.
lad.
Like, you know, he would just be freaking popping a cigarette and stuff like that. But yeah, it was cool. It's cool, you know, the freaking I see what you mean, like the appeal and stuff like that.
Hell yeah! I mean, the whole color scheme was sick too, bro. The whole branding.
Yeah, this is Ferrari. Michael Schumacher with the Ferrari.
It's simple, but it's
overalls. So
you should pull up like that to the gym, bro.
I should,
You'll have a whole different respect. You know what I mean?
I think what it is, bro, is like there was I don't know how it is now, but I think back in the day, like when cigarette companies were allowed to advertise more and more often, they just try to make it like a cool aspect of it. You know what I mean? But now you can't even. I don't even think you can. I mean, in some areas you can't even advertise it anymore.
Times have changed, huh?
Yeah.
Now it's it used to be Marlboros. Gone are those times. Now it's replaced by Zyn.
Yeah, it's replaced. I mean, and going back to like again, this Formula One stuff. like for a while when the FIA and stuff like that banned cigarette companies from advertising, what Marvel did was they did this barcode right here, and so what people would do was they take pictures of the barcode and they would look it up, and it would take them straight to the Marlboro website. And then when they said they couldn't do that, they went and they made their own company called Mission Winnow, and that was when you Googled it, it would take you straight to Marlboro.
Wow.
So there was like all these deceptive tactics, but yeah, it's crazy, bro, how back in the day like they would make smoking so appealing. You know what I mean? Like just in movies, shows, sports. Yeah.
I don't even smoke. That made me want to pick up a cigarette.
I don't smoke either. Never have, you know, but
it had everything in a grip, bro. You know?
What I find crazy is that things like that make, I don't know what it is, but it makes it appealing to people, like to be cool, like that and drinking. Have you noticed that? So like if you look at like sports too, like it's sponsored by Bud Light or sponsored by, you know, whoever beer company, you know what I mean? Like Super Bowl, basketball, or football, I mean, but in basketball. But
people drinking didn't really didn't have the same effect as cigarettes.
No.
I think when you think about alcohol, they would put them more in the movie where they're like mafia style people doing like hit jobs and shit.
So the way I think I see it is like comparing cigarettes and alcohol, especially in movies, is that if you were the guy in the movie that was drinking, you're more of like the deadbeat. And then if you were the guy smoking a cigarette, you were like that gangster. You had that gangster, like that mysterious persona about you, like walking down the street or whatever, smoking the cigarette, you know, looking cool. But if you were the guy drinking, you were just kind of like the deadbeat kind of a guy, you know.
You saw it as that. I saw it as one of those people. They're like business attire. They'd be at the bar. They'd be like, "Pass me a shot." They pass.
Oh, okay, I get you.
They get a shot and then they go like carry out hits and shit.
Yeah, I get you.
Like the dangerous, like the mafiosos types.
John Wick style.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Style. Yeah.
But then you got, on the other hand, you got Scarface, straight mountains of powder, bro, just going crazy. Remember how many kids used to copy that when we were young?
Yeah, I remember that.
People still copy that shit, bro.
Or James Bond in every Bond movie, he was smoking, he was drinking too.
Yeah. See, it has that smoking. Like, they try to make that hard liquor have a
that cool effect.
Yeah, kind of like the
appealing
business. Yeah. Person that handles business.
Oh, okay, so what I was saying is like the beer, it was associated to more of a deadbeat. Yeah. But then you have your liquors. Yeah. Like going back to like James Bond, you know, like, you know, martini shaken not stirred kind of a thing. That was more like, you know, you go to the bar and you ask for hard alcohol. You were like that business, the cool, you know, like whatever, you know, you worked for.
You're there to handle business.
You're there for handle business, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that had a strong effect on everybody's perceptions?
As far as like
an influence on their life? Do you think it shaped them, like molded them into going towards that way?
I think so, because like I mean, I remember when I was growing up, a lot of people, and this is when Bond, like James Bond. I mean, I think it's always been cool. James Bond's always been cool, but up until just recently, within this last 10 years, I think it kind of dipped down. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, like when growing up, like James Bond was cool, and so I think everybody wanted to be like that. So people would walk around with like a pretend, at school they would walk around with a pretend cigarette, you know, and like I think it shaped them. It's like, I want to be like that guy. I want to be able to dress like him, talk like him, pull girls like him, and drink and smoke like him. So I think it kind of made them want to have that kind of lifestyle. So I guess it drove them like that. But obviously a lifestyle like that is unobtainable in the real world. You know, you gotta, I mean, secret agents, stuff like that in movies is completely different than what I think they do in the real life. But
yeah, like the image they portray and the actual reality is
totally different.
Polar opposites. And it works.
And it works. It's kind of like, for example, Mad Men. I don't know if you've seen the show.
I haven't seen it, but I've
heard of it. Like, there's a lot of drinking in that show. Not drinking a beer, but drinking liquor, and then they're smoking a lot.
Peaky Blinders is like that.
Peaky Blinders is like that, yeah. So
Sons of Anarchy.
So, like, you have people kind of like, and it goes through phases. So, like, you know, like you see people like in Mad Men. I remember at one point, dude, I had a homie who was so into Mad Men, bro. He started getting a haircut like the dude. He started drinking like the dude. Like, tried to like, not embody the guy, but just like wanting to be more like
Have
him.
that persona.
Persona, yeah. And I think a lot of people were like that. They were getting. I've noticed a lot of people in the era they were getting the same haircut. They were going to the bar. I remember when I used to go to bars and stuff. People were always asking for the same drink that the guy was drinking on the show.
Wait, isn't the guy in the show dressed up in like a suit?
Yeah, yeah.
Did they wear suits?
No, but like
Damn.
I think people were just kind of dressing a little bit more different. But yeah, I think it has influence for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if you have it in mainstream media with a big show like that.
Yeah.
It definitely has a influence, you know. So.
Yeah, that's all about Zins.
Yeah,
People
now it's
doing
about
Zins.
Zins. And I
Vapes.
honestly, I mean, I don't like cigarettes. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like cigarettes.
But they do look badass.
But I think I'd rather have somebody smoking a cigarette than a Zin. Because, like you said, it looks more badass. Like, it looks cooler, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want people smoking like that either because it's not good for you.
Bro, it's hella wild to think about. At one point, all like the offices, people are smoking in the offices, work, everywhere.
And now you don't even do that.
Now you
you have to have a designated smoking zone for
Now everybody's hooked on the, what's that shit
the
called?
Zins and...
The
Or not
vapes.
the Zins, the vapes. Yeah,
Yeah.
vapes. Yeah, vapes.
Before it was like a USB style, what was that shit called? A Juul?
A Juul, yeah.
Remember Juul? And then they had the other ones, the flavor ones. What was that called? They got banned over here.
Were those Juuls?
Juuls got banned too, but then there was another one that was out for a little bit.
Oh, I don't know.
But now they got the little box. They had the boxy ones
Yeah,
there, but
now they
now,
have, like,
but now
the
you got the little
boxes.
AirPod case looking ones.
Oh yeah, I've never seen those. I've always
Yeah.
seen people walking around with, like, they look like
They
little
look
boxes, like
yeah.
they look like old MP3 players, but with
Yeah.
just a little freaking puffer on them.
But these ones, these new ones, they look more like iPod cases to me, at least.
Oh shoot!
I'll show you if I see it. It's hella weird.
I always tell people like, "Damn, dude, you're smoking your Peter puffer."
Bro, it's crazy. There hasn't been that much research done on it. People are risking
People are
their
risking their
lives
lives on
because
it.
that shit it causes pneumonia.
Yeah.
Hella damage.
I don't know, man. I think it's just people just want to fit in, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is that causes them to do that. Because I remember Zins used to be. I mean, and I think they're still popular or whatever. But I mean, I have a homie at work. Dude, he'd bring like 4 or 5 Zins, dude, just different flavors, like little things, and he'd be like, "Oh, well, I don't want that flavor, I want this one," you know. And I'm like, "Damn, bro, I can't fathom to spend my money on stuff like that, you know."
What happened to the good old days of going the old school style, doing straight up dip with a bottle in their hand?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree. I don't know.
But it's crazy how much I bet you some of these companies they pay Hollywood to put that stuff in there.
Oh yeah. They have to, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I haven't been noticing really is in movies. Now that you bring it up, I haven't been noticing a lot of smoking in movies. Have you noticed that?
You're right. It's mainly in shows.
It's mainly in shows. I was gonna say that it's mainly in shows. But I don't know. That's crazy. I wouldn't surprise me that pretty soon people are gonna start. They're gonna start throwing like vapes and stuff in movies.
Maybe.
To kind of try to sell that agenda or push that stuff out, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if they have some kind of law on it though now.
Speaking of like smoking and stuff like that, did you know that back in the day, you could drink a beer while driving?
Oh yeah. Way back.
Yeah.
I saw an old news video where they were banning drunk driving.
Drunk
And some
driving.
people were hella mad. One guy's like, "Well, I ain't stopping."
I ain't stopping. He goes, "They ain't gonna stop first. They take my beer, and now they want us to wear the seatbelt."
Yeah.
I ain't stopping. Yeah, I know what you know. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I bet you on the inside he was thinking, "Well, good luck doing that."
Yeah.
Hey, that shit was hella funny, bro. They used to be wilding back in the day,
It used to be a
bro.
redneck.
Yeah.
It was a redneck. Yeah, it was a
Bro.
redneck.
Imagine that. That like they'd probably have a heart attack if they heard about what's going on today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Self-driving cars.
Bro, that's a crazy combo, bro. Not wearing a seatbelt and like drinking, bro. They'd probably fly out the window. Imagine that, bro.
Yeah. I think it was a different time.
But you know what I heard? I heard people say these drinks, they're called spirits because it's a portal for you to get possessed.
Possessed, yeah.
I mean, some people have a point. I don't know how true it is, but like once you start drinking, you lose all inhibition.
And you do.
You start doing like crazy shit. A lot of
Um,
fights, a lot of killings, they happen when people drink as well.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I used to drink, because I used to drink pretty heavily. Like in my younger days, like 10 years ago. I mean, there were times where I would drink a lot, and I don't want to remember sometimes the day after, or I would remember glimpses of it, but it got to the point, man, where it's just like going through the same cycle over and over and over again. It's not fun anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not fun. So I don't get it. But so now I understand what people like say, it's spirits, like the spirits, because it's literally something that takes over your body at that point in time, because you're doing things that you're not gonna remember the next day, or if you remember, you're like, why the hell did I even do that to begin with, kind of a thing, So
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be in control of what I'm doing at the moment and be conscious than be not conscious and inebriated.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy what it does too. Some people get addicted to that shit, then they gotta go to rehab, and then they can't stop. Then they have to count how many years they're sober. That shit's sad, bro.
that is sad.
And then you can throw your whole life away just by doing that. Speaking of like portals and shit, remember I was showing you that what was it? Was it DreamWorks? The DreamWorks logo?
Oh yeah.
Where the person's fishing?
Yeah.
I never thought about it until now. I saw IG post. They're showing like some kind of ancient, I don't know if it's like legit ancient Mayan drawing or something like that. They're showing the same thing. I guess I don't know how true this is, but I guess it signifies fishing for souls.
Oh really?
Yeah, like the person on the moon, they're just throwing that fishing line down. They're fishing souls.
Fishing for souls.
So I guess people drew the correlation between them programming us, like taking over our souls with that.
Well,
I don't know if they're reaching far on this, but I just thought it was pretty cool to think about.
I don't know. It's crazy, man. I did see. I saw that. I saw what you were talking about though, as far as the DreamWorks thing, catching the souls and stuff. I don't know.
Cause I noticed, I wouldn't be surprised, because I noticed everything has a specific reason to it. Like the most mundane things that we think don't mean anything, they have a meaning behind them.
Like like a double meaning.
Double meaning, yeah.
Double
For
meaning.
example, Google Chrome, right? I think I talked about it before, but when you look at it, you can draw it out. It's like the 666, and then the Chrome is linked to Adreno, and then
Adreno Chrome.
Chrome, yeah. So it makes you kind of think like, okay, what's all this about?
Yeah.
Are they trying to make people fools? But then it goes back to, they say the elites believe in something called karmic retribution. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it means that they have to let you know about things in advance. Because if they put it out in plain sight, then they won't get negative karma.
Backlash, yeah.
And they'll get what they want. But I don't know.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that in one of the earlier pods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another guy. It's crazy. Like, I used to hear about the brand Hermes.
Yeah.
Hermes. And I used to wonder, like, what the hell? Where do these people get these names from? I don't know. Maybe it might be someone's last name or something. I don't know. But I found out there's a guy. His name was Hermes Trismegistus. And he used to dabble in occult and in occultic stuff, which is like magic and shit like that. Well, I Googled it. On Google, it said that he was a person that used to be in the occult, show people magic and shit like that.
Oh, yeah?
So I wonder if Hermes is tied to that. Because remember, now we're finding out all these fashion brands, they're all tied to witches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when you think about it in that aspect, you're like, oh, okay, you can draw the line between Hermes and Hermes Trismegistus.
Hermes, huh?
Yeah. Look it up.
I remember a lot of people wear like the Hermes belts and the bags and stuff like that.
And it's a hella expensive shit too, bro. Imagine killing yourself over trying to get shit like that.
Okay, Hermes. What I thought about Hermes as well is it's also a Greek god.
Oh, okay.
I also remember.
Well, it might be that then. I don't know. I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, Greek mythology. But
But even these deities, they had strange meanings behind them.
This is the Hermes.
Oh,
God symbol.
that's like the Baphomet statue staff.
Yes.
Because the Baphomet has that too.
The staff of Hermes.
I always thought it was strange that hospitals had that symbol.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Honestly, I always think about that.
And people were saying
paramedics and stuff like that.
Yeah, people were saying it's related to the Greeks about healing and stuff. But I was like, it doesn't really look healing to me,
No,
bro.
if it
Two
has
snakes on
two
a staff.
snakes, yeah.
I wouldn't trust some shit like that. Out of all the things, they chose that. Has some strange things. Also, I was looking at Palantir. Remember, I sold my Palantir stock because I found out what they were linked to, and I got pissed. I just sold all that shit. So I was just scrolling on IG randomly, bro, and then I see an ad, bro, and the ad shows like whole bunch of drones flying, and it says good news, we're pairing up with the military or something like that, and we're gonna use it in the future of warfare. And it shows the drones locking on and then going and hitting the submarine or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, Call of Duty knew ahead of time, bro, they're gonna be using bomb drones and shit.
Dude, they knew what was going on.
Yeah, can you imagine you're just at your house chilling, you're on the shitter, and then you just hear zzz, boom, bro. Last thing, you don't even know what happens. That would suck, bro. Next thing you know, you're incinerated, bro.
That'd be crazy, huh?
Yeah, and then it's like, so Palantir, they're like I think they're kind of like AI company, and they're pairing up with military. They're trying to
They've been partnered with the military.
Yeah,
they're been partnered
and
with
they're using
military.
the AI
and the government too.
Right, they're using the AI to incorporate it into these things,
into weapons and stuff like that.
You know how bad that is and how terrifying that is? Because, like, how is AI going to know who's bad, who's good? Because now you're just leaving up bad and good up to the AI's interpretation.
Computer, yeah.
For all it cares, it can see us all as a threat in the future.
Let me ask you a question. So, what do you think is worse? Leaving AI to consider friend or foe? Is it right for AI to do it, or is it right for us to do it as humans?
Who we decide?
Yeah, as humans, to decide whether it's friend or foe versus AI.
I think us.
I would think us too, because at least we have a moral conscience of deciding whether we want to pull that trigger or not.
Yeah.
AI doesn't have that. It's just going to use logic.
Yeah.
Or not logic, but statistics.
It's going to see whatever it sees as a threat, it's going to be a threat.
It's going to be a threat. And
who knows what they programmed it to think?
To think, yeah. So do you think it's justifiable? Do you think it's okay for, not okay, but to pass on the trigger to AI versus us doing it?
It's a hard question, because me personally, I say it's better for a person to make a choice, because at least somebody's held responsible if they do wrongful thing. But if it's AI, you're cooked, bro. Who you gonna go against? You're gonna go against these big companies?
No, you can't. So
yeah, you'll get.
That's why I don't think it's okay, man, to do for all this, because I think it's gonna come down to where the government is going to use AI to do, to perform offings of people, and they're not gonna be held as accountable or responsible for offing these people, because they're gonna say, well, AI did that.
Yep.
So it's gonna be perfectly justified.
There's nobody to talk to about
exactly.
AI.
Yeah,
who are they gonna blame?
Exactly. And they're gonna say, well, we didn't do it. We didn't pull the trigger. AI did.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be completely legal for them to do it. That's kind of where I was getting at.
Yeah.
So do you think it's completely? I don't think it's completely justified to just pass on judgment, to not be able to pass judgment on to people. It's kind of like saying, how should a drone pilot be guilty or not guilty for using that drone?
Oh, they're guilty, bro.
They're guilty, because at the end of the day, you're still pulling the trigger.
Yeah, you're
even though you're not physically flying the drone and pointing the gun, you're still doing it remotely.
Everybody in that process is responsible. The person calling the shot.
Exactly.
All that.
You know what I mean? So I even think, even with AI, I still think the government should be held responsible, or the person who developed this, or whatever it is, they should be held responsible for it, because it still doesn't justify killing somebody with AI.
Yeah. On that topic, did you hear about that guy that was exposing OpenAI? He was found dead.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's hella weird.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, and they even said like I don't know if it was Google or somebody that started the AI stuff. He backed away from it. He said it's too much. He said it's not good for humanity.
No, it's because it won't stop learning.
Yeah, I forgot what that guy said about AI, but they found him dead. He was young too, bro. He was saying something about like what they're doing isn't right, and then he passed away. You think he got set up, or like somebody got to him?
I think somebody got to him.
They're trying to shut him up.
I think someone got to him.
Yeah,
for sure. Because it's what a coincidence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, what a coincidence. It's not right, you know?
All these people that expose this stuff, before they can say anything more, they get knocked off.
They get off?
Yeah. They get down, bro. Done for. And then on top of that, I don't know if you've been hearing about it, I've been hearing about all these reports of strange lights in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is a bunch, like, I think near up north, Oregon, and then a lot on New Jersey side.
Yeah, for drones and stuff like that.
Yeah,
flying around.
They're not really saying much. They're not saying who's flying all that shit. It's always like vague news.
It's the government, bro. It's the government.
What do you think they're doing though?
Testing.
People's reactions and stuff, like
testing.
Kind of like a psyop.
Yeah, they're testing.
For those who don't know, psychological operations, the government will do things where they want to see. It's kind of like an experiment with the public's reactions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll do something like to scare people, put fear in people.
Yeah.
It's literally what the name is, psychological operation. Messing with people's psyche. But yeah, bro. Oh, okay, so I was walking with the homie, right? Like on break. We're just bored because you're sitting around. You don't want to sit in an office all day.
Yeah.
So we were walking, bro, and I hear sirens. And then overhead, I just hear zzz, right? And there's a police drone, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much that caught me off guard? Because it was a big ass police drone. I was like, yo, when they start using this shit?
They've been using them.
I didn't know. I knew like SWAT team used like the smaller ones.
No. They've been
this shit was like 3-4 feet all around. I was like, what the hell?
They've been using them in big cities, bro.
Yeah,
they've been using them in big cities.
When they even start?
From what I remember, most of the municipalities have been using them for at least like a year and a half.
Okay. Police were using them until that day. Like I had heard about it, but now I saw, like, seeing it firsthand. It's a different story, bro, because we never grew up with that shit.
No.
Yeah, and then just seeing that shit just fly, I was like, what the hell, bro? It's a trip, because you're used to seeing helicopters, and now you're seeing this.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen a police helicopter in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't seen one in a minute.
Yeah. The future's looking crazy, like the whole thing's gonna be different. Or like that one guy that was his house got busted down by a robot the SWAT team sent in.
Yeah.
He tried throwing a blanket over that robot, and then the robot ended up trapping him. That shit was funny, bro.
Well, they have that dog, the machine
I've
that looks
seen
like
that
dog
shit,
they use for SWAT.
They actually use it? What the hell, bro?
Or the army uses it.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, we're definitely going down this path, bro. We're not even gonna be able to return from anymore.
Yeah, now.
And at that point, I think at some point humanity is gonna have to just restart. It's gonna restart all over. You know what I mean?
You think like people are gonna incorporate weapons with their body?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that show Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk, yeah. I think in the near future, not in the near future, but in the future, like years and years and years and years later from now.
Bro, that's gonna be crazy because you already got people splitting their body up and all that shit.
Yeah.
That's not. Now people are gonna be like excited about incorporating weapons into their body, bro. Like you're beefing with someone, you're like, all right, saw a sight, bam, like some shit pops out, bro.
Yeah.
That's gonna be freaking nuts. Or like you get like a sword that comes out. It's gonna be hella wild, bro.
It's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah, you're walking, some fool has a backpack, has 2 miniguns pop out. It'll be crazy shit. They'll probably by that time that shit comes out, they're gonna have everybody on lock, like tracking wise. Who buys what?
Who buys what?
But it's gonna be crazy to see what kind of stuff comes out.
I agree. I'm not looking forward to a future like that, honestly.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not personally, no.
You're like, hey, fool, you're talking shit. Some fool has a flamethrower pop out, bro.
Yeah, because how are you supposed to regulate stuff like that?
You can't,
You
bro.
can't. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
And people are so smart, they'll figure out, like, once the blueprint's out, that shit will be going on the black market.
Oh yeah.
That shit will be getting passed around, bro. People think right now guns are a problem, bro.
No.
Guns,
No. This is gonna.
there's
be...
like crazy ass shit you don't even know about. Like, I don't know if you heard the CIA has some shit called heart attack gun.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of it?
Mm-hmm.
If you guys haven't seen it, it's like a small gun. They'll shoot like a hella small projectile, and you can't really see it, and then whoever gets hit with it, they end up having a heart attack.
Yeah, it mimics a heart attack.
And you can't even detect how that person, if they got hit by it or not.
Yep.
CIA has it. You can look up the video. It's pretty crazy.
There's a lot of things like that. There's like sound warfare. I think
Oh,
we talked about
yeah.
it one time as well.
They'll make people think they're hearing shit.
They're hearing shit when they're not.
Yeah. Oh shit, this is like some Gotham City shit,
Gotham,
y'all.
yeah.
Get ready, bro. I just hope they don't try hitting us with that shit. That shit's gonna suck. I heard they hit these there's these protesters, right? And they hit them with some kind of device like that. I don't know if it was some kind of gas or like some kind of frequency, but they said that those guys started like hearing shit and stuff. I forgot what it was, but we're gonna have to look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it said it made them like.
Look up what those at.
But it said it made the protesters start like losing their shit.
They threw like there was like sound. It was sound. And they went crazy, no?
I think so. I don't know what it was.
They didn't go crazy, but they went
They're having the effects for a while.
Yeah.
You doing anything for Christmas, bro?
Nah, I'm just gonna be at home.
Yeah, like these like this stuff, it used to be a time for like reflection and stuff. I think a lot of everybody's getting away from that stuff.
Yeah, they are. Personally, I would like to for me, like Christmas, like I don't care much about the presents. I care more about like the food and being around like the family, you know, like
For real.
at the dinner table, like hanging out at the dinner table. That's what I like the most, you know.
You're gonna go around our neighborhood doing Christmas carols or what?
Yeah. I'm gonna do the Mexican version.
I think the best thing you can do is just go spend time with whoever, you know?
Exactly, and that's worth more than money.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, it's worth more than money.
We all got clothes, like everything we need. I think people get their needs and wants mixed up.
Yeah.
But
I think as you get older, it changes. Your needs and your wants change. I think first, like when you're younger, even in your 20s and stuff, you're more materialistic. And I think, I mean, I don't know. As far as me, like I think now that I'm in my 30s, I don't care any about that stuff anymore. You know, it comes and goes. I care more about time with people. So
facts. If you want to get someone a present, I'll put you guys on game right now. Get them a crypto.
Facts.
Crypto or stocks, bro. Something that'll help them in the long run. Something that'll multiply.
If you want to get somebody a present, just get him pajama band.
Can't go wrong with pajamas.
Pajama band.
Yo, I was just watching. I was just scrolling online, looking for like clothes, just shopping, right? And then I saw an ugly Christmas sweater. It was Mike Tyson with the cheeks out. I was like, yo, people don't waste a minute making a buck off something, like they're so fast.
If I get a ugly Christmas sweater, I want it to look like this. Christmas.
Merry Christmas. That's crazy. Yeah, guys, you guys enjoy your Christmas.
Yeah.
This week, the pod's going to be like a triple header because I've been kind of lagging, like procrastinating on uploading. So it's like last time I uploaded was 3 weeks ago, and then I finally uploaded 2 days ago. But now it's going to be like 3 in a row. I'm gonna get cracking on the editing. I mean, it's not even much to edit. It's just like I'm like doing cuts and shit, you know?
That makes sense, yeah.
So, yeah, let us know your guys' thoughts, what you guys want to hear about.
Give a shout out real quick to the homie Brian. Thanks
Brian,
for support.
What up, bro? We were supposed to have a guest on here, but he flaked out. What a flake, bro. Scared.
Yeah. You do not redeem gift card Skirtage.
We need to trap him in here one day, bro.
I'm gonna go kidnap Skirtage right now, dude. Oh, shout out to the homie BG as well for watching this.
What up, BG?
Yeah, but damn, freaking Skirtage, man.
Yeah. What up, Vin? Vin's always watching videos too, giving thoughts on the pod. Let us know what you want to hear about, Vin.
The big homie.
Aunts, where you at, dog? Yeah, guys, you guys have a fun Christmas.
Yeah,
have
you
a good
just
night.
Take care. Stay safe out there.
Don't smoke cigarettes,
No,
vapes, all that shit.
don't
Throw all that
drink.
in the garbage. Don't drink and drive.
Yep.
Later, we're out.
Peace.